The light ceremony held last night. Of course, it is a tribute to a man who died 30 years ago today, Elvis Presley. His daughter, Lisa Marie, began thinking what kind of tribute she would pay, and she thought about her father's unheralded, often private donations to those who need. So she decided maybe the two of them should make a duet, all the proceeds to go to a cause that she knew he cared about. It was her way of giving a gift to Daddy, a man that someone no less than Leonard Bernstein called the greatest cultural force in the 20th century.
Love me tender, love me sweet.
Last night they came by the thousands, lighting candles, dropping flowers, remembering the fallen king laid to rest 30 years ago. A day when one little girl could only see that Daddy was being carried away. A daddy who used to sing her lullabies.
Love me tender, love me true.
I remember him as my dad, but he was a very exciting dad.
You talk about his coming down the stairs with jewels.
Chains. Yeah.
So he would have been 72. Hard to imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, I could imagine it.
So coming back here is easy, hard?
It's hard. It's also really comforting. I don't know if anyone has, the place that they were raised, held in a capsule like this. It's not often that you have that.
What do you remember about this room?
This room is always very active.
Everybody piling in?
This is the main, So, that was actually the last place I saw him, was coming in. We were passing each other coming out of this door. So, he was leaving, I was coming in. And
this was the day before?
The night. It was in the wee hours of the night.
As we all know, 9-year-old Lisa Marie Presley would grow up into a walking reminder of her father's smile, his eyes, his daring. And she wanted her own tribute to her dad on this day, to his songs, to his passion.
My father lived in a family housing project, transitional housing project when he was young. So we built it near where that was.
What was built was Presley Place, a shelter for families in crisis.
Homeless families that are, just down on their luck, move in, and they have like life skill training, and they get jobs, and they get back on their feet.
And in the ghetto, it was a pioneering song at that time. I mean, just the word ghetto alone was a new word for America.
It's true. By the way, I had thought about many other songs, but that was just the one that I felt like I could do something with. And I could also keep up with him vocally. God, that was hard. That was like, stay down there so that I can just sort of float along above you.
A video and two voices bridging 30 years. Listen.
People, don't you understand? Your child needs a hand. But he's gonna be an angry young man someday.
It's got a pretty strong message. There may be a little bit of a reaction to the content.
Kids with guns, babies with guns.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to have visceral reactions to that.
But it happens,
And in the middle of the singing, suddenly a tear.
I got more emotional during that recording than I've ever gotten.
Was it for the children or one child singing with her dad?
Could be. I don't like ruining, being literal, but it's not preconceived. None of this is. This isn't some...
It's what happened.
Yeah.
And his mama cries.
'Cause if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed.
Did your mom hear it?
She did.
What did she say?
She lost it. She was shocked. She was, there was just something, I guess she felt there was something special about it. But see, this is, she's my mom. And that was my dad, and that's my mom.
In our next hour, Lisa Marie Presley will give us a tour of Graceland, the happiness and the heartbreak, and the day he died. And for the first time, she sees something that is like a stunning message straight to her from her father.
To me from?
Your dad.
Really? My God, I've never seen that.
All that's coming up. By the way, she made this in hours. This is not a long time thing. She made it in hours, and you can download it starting tomorrow on the AOL internet site spinner.com and also on iTunes.
And again, proceeds going to Presley Place to help families in crisis in New Orleans following Katrina. I can't believe you've never been to Graceland before yesterday.
I've never been to Graceland. My mouth was standing up the whole time, and it is smaller than you think. It is a home, a place of living memory for her.